So how do you do the last minute editing, making sure that everything is good before you press the button and publish your article? So Jack here, in this video, I want to actually talk about a situation that is, remember I said many videos ago, Jarvis is actually not a boss. Jarvis is actually your personal assistant and you are the boss. So as I said, you do need to take care of the editing, making sure that what Jarvis came up fits your personality, fits the context within which you create this article. And most importantly, as we always say about a good writer, make sure that it is grammar free, typo free, error free. So here is one thing. If you have watched my last video, you know Jarvis has some new features, and one of those is actually called fixed grammar. So what you need is just to highlight the sentence. If you remember what I said in the last video, highlight the sentence, and then you can actually press the button. That being said, I didn't actually use this simply because I have not gotten the confidence level that allows me to fully use this feature on Jarvis. So what I'm going to introduce to you is another very powerful, and by the way, is free if you choose to. It's actually a free software or application called Grammarly. Okay, so one thing that you notice here is that I have got an article, and I said it has already been published. So you can find this article on my LinkedIn. If you have connect with me on LinkedIn, you can actually see this article. But it's not the point. The point is that imagine I only know how to edit using Grammarly today. What will I do? Okay, so I want to show you the steps so that you have a better understanding. And one of my readers actually told me, well, he's concerned whether Grammarly is free of charge or is it a paid app. And I said, well, that depends on how you want Grammarly. I'm actually on disclosure purposes, I'm on the premium plan, which is $12 a month. The reason is because as a premium user, I've got certain feature which I'm going to show you later, and that also helped me debunk one of the major complaints or concerns about using AI to write your copy. Okay, so let me talk about this later. So let me just share with you how it works. So on one hand, the very long way to do is to actually come up with your whole thing first, and then you copy and paste. You go to your Grammarly account, you can actually open up an entitled document. All you do is just to do something called copy and paste. You can do that. However, you can also ask Jarvis, when you have the app, so all you need to do is that on the Chrome extension, if you're using Chrome, you do notice that there's a Grammarly extension. So where you go is Chrome extension. If you just Google Chrome extension Grammarly, and you should be able to find Grammarly for Chrome. All I need you to do is just to install that on Chrome button or Chrome extension. So now you will see that on Jarvis you have this little thing called a green arrow. Okay, a green circle with an arrow. Okay, so what I want you to do is you can actually just go ahead and press or left click this, and then you know that there is this template pop up. Number one, you need to first of all ask Grammarly, what are you looking for? So even though this article is published, it can be better because the score right now is only 84. I like to publish an article with a score of 95 and above. Okay, how do I make it happen? So you see Grammarly suggested 25 things to improve. Okay, never mind. So I want you to actually go to this dartboard with the arrow there, set the goal first. So the goals are as follows. Who are your audiences? Do they have knowledge or are they general audience? So the way Grammarly suggests the edits will also be based on the audience level. So typically, if you're writing a piece of content on LinkedIn, it can be knowledgeable. If you are writing a piece of content on normal Facebook posts, I would tend to click general. So it depends on your audience. So for this example, let's suppose that we are looking at general audience. Formality, do you want informal, do you want formal or neutral? Neutral restricts the slang but allow standard casual expressions. So if you are publishing an article on sites like LinkedIn, I suggest that you actually put neutral. If you are putting something on Facebook, for example, then informal, I think is alright, because Facebook is not as strict or as professional compared with LinkedIn. So that's my experience. Domain, it depends on the subject matter. So what I would do is typically, it is a general, because I'm not going to publish any academic paper. Okay, I use Grammarly for academic purposes too, but in this case, I'm putting as general. The tone of the whole post. I want to sound confident because I want to be expert. I want to tell people or share with people what I exactly know, and most importantly, I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so that is this, and the intention. Am I informing you? Am I describing to you something, or am I convincing you? So typically, I'll either tell a story or select a convince. Do this, and then I'm done. Okay, so these suggestions will be based on this profile. And you can see that this is 84. This is a published article. So I'm doing something called instant edit. Now, one of the things about Grammarly that you should pay attention to, okay, that needs you to go back to the English classes. I don't know how long you have been, okay? This thing about passive voice versus active voice. Grammarly is very picky when it comes to using passive voice. So I am told versus people tell you, okay? I am told is passive. People tell you, or Mary tells you, is active voice. So Grammarly says that when it comes to writing articles or contents, passive voice is less preferred compared with active voice. So if you see any suggestion about passive voice, you can think about whether you should change it or not. So typically for me, I am fine. I'm not going to change any passive voice unless Grammarly suggests that, well, you can break down the sentence, rewrite the sentence, or what. I will do it because of that. So now I'm actually walking you through and see what are the edits. There are quite a lot of edits. Oh my god, okay, it doesn't look good. So you know what, a month ago I wrote an article using Jarvis, and I thought it was good because Jarvis says I'm fine, but I realized that in order to improve the quality of my article, I need to incorporate one more step. So you see that I'm not an expert here. I'm just learning. I'm showing you what I have discovered. I'm creating a video to show you what I do so that you can also improve. And by the way, this kind of edits Grammarly is free of charge. You just need to sign up for Grammarly account. By the way, I'm not going to give you any link below to actually subscribe to Grammarly because I don't get any commission. Okay, I'm not even having the intention to collect commissions from your affiliate program in Grammarly. Okay, so what I'm doing is that I'm just going through the edit, and let's see how it goes. Okay, so the first one is punctuation. Okay, you see so what I do is that just click and you suggest. It's entirely up to you. If it's your first time using Grammarly, there may be some learning curve, but after a while you do notice that it can be very fast. Okay, so all I need to do is to just adjust all this punctuation. My problem is actually the punctuation, as you notice. All right, so let me do this punctuation. Okay, punctuation, and this is also punctuation. Now here's one thing: rewrite for clarity. Sometimes Grammarly will suggest how you can rephrase the sentence. Okay, so in this case, if you like the Grammarly's suggestion, all you do is just to click to rephrase the sentence. You are done. Okay, so here Grammarly said, well, just remove certain fluffy words for clarity purposes. Okay, I'm okay with that. I'll just change that. And this word, rewrite for clarity. So Grammarly is very picky with the word of this. Like if you're a copywriter, you know that the word this or these or it or that, okay, carries some particular pattern. But Grammarly doesn't really like it. So what happens is that it says that it may be unclear who or what this refers to. This is actually the family, because characteristics 6, you got support from your family. So the word this is actually a follow-up of the headline. You can see you got support from your family, but Grammarly doesn't pick it up. So it is your call whether you want to change or you want to just leave it. If you decide to leave it, this is leave it as it is. All I do is just to come to the rubbish bin and say, okay, I'm not going to change that. All right. So there are some cases where I will not take up Grammarly's suggestion. Okay. So this sentence can be rephrased. Good. They don't like are able to, will be able to. They just like one word straight. Can. Like that. Okay. Are going to is will. Make a request. Request. Okay. I don't like. They say I don't particularly appreciate. Okay. Fine. The punctuation like that, like that. Okay. So you see, by doing this, what happened? There are some more to go. Okay. Let's see. There's a mine. Okay. So now at this stage, based on your audience, the tone, okay, the intention, etc., do you see that my score has been up from 84 to 97? Now this video is no edit whatever, it is straight away. I'm showing you how to use Grammarly so that instantly at this point, about 11 minutes to the video, you know that the score has been upped to 97. Typically, once you have gone through Grammarly suggestion, you will see this kind of score. What it means is that, okay, so Grammarly said is pretty good written piece. You can actually go ahead and see test score is 97 of 100, and this score represents the quality of the writing. Okay, so at this point, if you are on free plan, I leave it to you to decide whether you want to just publish the article. But one question that came from certain people, like especially the scholars, because in university, if you've been to university studies, you remember that the P word, okay, the P word, the P stands for plagiarism. Okay, if you still remember what plagiarism is, you're copying the contents from some other sources without acknowledgement. So that's what we learn in school, in university. When you have a plagiarism case, there will be consequences. One of the most serious one is being expelled from the university. Okay, that's one. What do we do to avoid plagiarism? Yep. I mean, in the world of copywriting, we say we love to copy from other places, but we are not copy from one place only. Hello, we copy from a few places, and of course, if it is needed, you acknowledge the source. Okay, we still do that. However, how do I know whether this is like heavily plagiarized piece of article? So, if you are on premium plan, this is what you do. Now, I don't know how to do it directly on Jarvis. Unfortunately, this is beyond what I know. I've been like testing few buttons, I couldn't get it. So right now in this video, I can only offer you a suggestion, that is go back to the article. Okay, so let me just remove this box. Let me just do something called Control A. So I want to copy the entire piece. Control A or Command A if you're on MacBook. Control C or Command C to copy the whole piece. Go to your Grammarly account. Okay, so this is the original piece, right? So I just remove this first. I want to paste it. So now Grammarly actually talks about a different things. So what I mean by this is different things is because there are some more suggestions that Grammarly came up with. So you can, if you choose to, you can actually go ahead and do something about it. Now, I do not know personally why Grammarly would give me some other suggestion which you don't see on Jarvis. Perhaps because I'm on Grammarly premium version. That might be the case. Okay, so I don't know. So what I do is that let me just tidy up the article one more time using the suggestion provided by Grammarly. As you can see here, passive voice. Just now Grammarly didn't pick it up on Jarvis. But you can see that Grammarly is very sticky with this passive voice versus active voice. Okay, so I leave it to you to decide whether you want to do anything with that. Okay, of course there are something, unfortunately, whether you like it or not, they like to suggest alternative words to create a variety. Okay, so let me just do this very quickly first. Okay, sentence fragment, replace ellipsis. Okay, so let me just create some, just let me tidy up this very quickly. Okay, then I will come back to the things that I want to say. Just now was 97, by the way. Okay, just now was 97. Okay, so you now see the score is 99. There are 3 alerts for correctness, very clear, very engaging delivery. This is not what I'm talking about. I want to actually come to this particular button called plagiarism. And I do know if you are on premium plan, you can have this. Okay, free plan, I don't know. So what I will do is that I will copy and paste the entire piece to my Grammarly account, open an untitled document like this, paste my article here to do the plagiarism check. On Jarvis, unfortunately, I don't know how to do it. Okay, hopefully I will figure this out, I'll let you know. But here, Grammarly, what I do is that I click plagiarism. And let me see what Grammarly said about where I copy certain phrases. Let's see. Okay. So it take a while. So what I'm doing is all straight away. Okay. So you see that, hey, I've got this article, 91% of the test matches this score. Do you have what it takes to start your own business? This is a LinkedIn post. Guess what? This is my post. So LinkedIn said that I copy another article that I have written on LinkedIn. Okay, so if you don't believe that, let me just open up the LinkedIn article. And you see that this is actually written by me. So do you see how powerful Jarvis is? Or how powerful Grammarly is? It can tell me where this article can be found on internet. So this is one. So obviously this is my article. I cannot say that I plagiarized my article, right? So I'll just remove it. And then you will see that other places where Grammarly said, well, you know, this sentence actually come from this and that. Okay, so you see the thing is this, the score 3%. If it is 3%, that doesn't constitute plagiarism. You can't avoid a sentence which matches with another sentence, the same sentence written in another article, because the English sentence structure is fixed. Okay, so if Grammarly says that you copy from another article, and you know what, this is 3% of the entire article, I will say that it is all good. Don't worry about it. I'll just leave it. So you see, Grammarly says that I have got 3% plagiarism. So are you saying that, well, this article is copied from somewhere? Other than the fact that I have already published this article, of course, Grammarly says that I copy from that published article, which is published by myself. That doesn't obviously constitute plagiarism. But do you see now the power of using plagiarism check, which is 3%? That gives you the comfort that Jarvis is not giving you any plagiarized content. If you use the system, the method properly, so what I've done is that once I've done the plagiarism check, all I'm doing is that I just copy, Command A, select all, Command C, and go back to my Jarvis. Okay, this time around, I'll just replace the entire article one more time. Because now I copy directly from Grammarly to my Jarvis, and you can see that now this article is in a better position. A score from 84 to now 99. So the score that is above 95, I think is good to go. I will just press the button and do it. Now, why did I not do it earlier is because I wasn't aware of that. Okay, so as a student of using Jarvis, and this is my 4th week of using Jarvis, I'm telling you one thing, that I'm learning. I'm a student. So the moment I learn, the moment I create this video, so that you can learn the same. So remember, Grammarly is actually a free app. All you need to do is to go to Grammarly extension for Chrome. Okay, Grammarly extension, Chrome extension, whatever you like, then you'll find this. So all you need to do is to install this on your Chrome browser, and you'll be able to have Jarvis turning on this thing called Grammarly. You can add it directly on Jarvis. A better way, of course, is to copy and paste the article to Grammarly and go to Grammarly and do the audit. And the reason why you do that is you can also do the plagiarism check, which I don't know how to do it directly on Jarvis. I hope you find this article useful, and that would improve the quality, because the score is higher right now, of your article. I hope that next piece of article that you write and to be published online, you'll be considering using Grammarly. Let me know how you feel, how you think about this video, and if it's a good tip, give me a comment. Let me know that it's a good comment. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and obviously follow all my Jarvis videos so that you know the latest tips and tricks of how I use Jarvis to actually remove or lift up the heavy burden of content creation. Jack Wong here signing off. All good wishes. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on my next video.